Okay, let's start, guys, because this is important, actually. This is very important. You can't believe how important it is. As a female gamer, I'm so
important.
So disappointed right now, yes. So this comes to us by actually a few sites, but we're going to take a look at gamingbubble.com.
Bible. Bubble.
Okay, gaming boobs.
Bible. It says Bible.
Okay, gaming Bible. I couldn't care less at the moment because this is actually retarded. So,
but it's a full-on study.
Oh no, that must be true then.
Full-on study.
If it's a study, and even if it's true, who cares? Okay, we're gonna dive in. So, video game study finds male characters speak twice as much as their female counterparts.
Sacrilege.
Oh no.
Oh no. Look at the Empress as they said in the great cartoon Ed, and Eddie. Wait, can you hear that? Why? I think it's the sound of no one caring.
Yes, and as Cleopatra said from Asterix and Obelix, let me show you how a queen dies. So that's it. Now let's go ahead. So we all know that it has been a long road for female characters in video games. Whether they don't feature at all, only exist as love interest, or die within the first hour. Good female characters representation has not always been easy to find. Okay,
in what game did they die in the first time? What?
Where was that? When? Okay. So for those people that see us for the very first time, I'm gonna tell you that I'm a gamer since I was a very little girl. Like,
how dare you?
Very little. I don't know, 5, 10. Like, never even crossed my mind that there's less girls or more or whatever. I don't care. One of my favorite games of all time when I was a kid was Mortal Kombat, the Sega Mortal Kombat. That was like, before I knew most games, this was like, whoa, revelation. And mostly there, I mean, there's obviously many women in the roster, but mostly there I saw guys. And my favorite characters were guys that kick ass. Because that is awesome. I mean, that's awesome in general. Objectively cool. It's not about man or female. I mean, men or female. Men or women or whatever. It's about the fact that those are human beings that kick each other's asses.
But wait.
And they're not candy asses as well. It's amazing.
But
yes,
in Mortal Kombat, did the female characters have so much lines or not? Did they speak as much as the male characters?
I don't know if anyone did.
Nobody actually did.
I don't know. I just hear, finish him.
Yes.
And that's enough for me. Now somebody probably gonna complain that that's a male voice too.
Because it's Shao Kahn talking.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a man.
Well, that's sacrilege, probably.
Sacrilege, yeah. Well.
So that's nonsense. I mean, the first sentence is nonsense. They are stating this, that like this is a fact, and it's not. We had Lara Croft when I was a very little kid. She existed.
She existed
way back.
Well, not to mention Samus Aran from Metroid, the very first Metroid was created in the 80s. So
yeah,
she was there.
Yeah, so the way that I see it, and the way that normal people would see it, is that if whoever writes these games and decides who the characters are gonna be, let's say the authors of the concept of the game and whatever, if they decide that they wanna create a world and put a woman in this world as a main female character or as a side female character for whatever reason, that is their prerogative. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean that you want to put more or less women in there. This shouldn't be a thought. This shouldn't be a thing. If you want to put women in there, put them if they have purpose. If you want to put men in there, put men if they have purpose. Simple as that. If nothing has purpose, nothing matters. And nothing should be there. Nothing should exist. Everything that does exist has to have some kind of a meaning and purpose to exist. That is like the rule of everything. Otherwise, It is empty and it should not exist. It's meaningless. That's what it is. So for us to have this forceful representation where nobody actually needs it because I'm a girl, I equally appreciate men and women alike.
Yeah.
And I totally love female characters as much as I love some of the male characters. Like my favorite character of all time is Xena Warrior Princess. Not because she's a woman per se, but just because I love her story and the depth of her character, what she represents, how amazing everything is about Xena, you know? But my favorite superhero of all time is Superman. My second favorite is Batman. Wonder Woman is like my favorite female superhero of all time. It's just about their qualities and how cool they are
Yeah, it's
as
not
men
about gender
and
things like
women.
that, yeah.
Yeah, so all of that when it comes to movies or games doesn't matter. It matters quality, meaning. That's it. So let's see the crap. Let's see the crap.
Let's see the crap, yes.
Let's see.
The crap is stinky.
With recent years slowly improving with characters such as Lara Croft, still as loved as ever, as well as the arrival of Horizon Zero Dawn Aloy, Final Fantasy's Tifa, and The Last of Us Ellie and Abby, respectively, to name a few, things are looking up. Well, first, guys,
But again, we had Samus Aran and Lara Croft much before that.
yes.
We had female characters in other games.
Yeah, Resident Evil comes to mind.
Resident Evil, yeah, called
What was that?
Veronica, and the other one,
Blood Raven? No. Blood Raven.
Blood Rain.
Ah, Blood Rain. Blood
yes,
Rain. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Disgusting played that, what, a few months ago?
Yeah.
There's others too, by
And
the way.
others, a lot, yeah.
I mean, that game that again Disgusting played just a few weeks ago.
Siberia.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Siberia
it's
too.
a woman on the screen.
In some of the Silent Hills, we actually have female characters too.
Absolutely.
So,
I mean, The Last of Us Ellie, really, she doesn't even look like a woman.
yeah.
A lot. I mean, her face, yes, but they totally destroy her physique. She looks like literally like a surfboard.
Wardove.
Or a no.
The wardrobe
Abby looks
was
like a
Abby,
wardrobe.
yes,
And Ellie looks like surfboard. So, please, let's
Yeah,
have our
yes.
representation of surfboard and our representation of a freaking cabinet.
They decided yes,
Or a
let's represent
wardrobe.
those. That's how date everything started. You
So
know?
things are looking not up, things are looking square. To
Yeah.
me, square. Because a woman's body should be feminine, shapely, and athletic. It just happens to be my body. But I work for that, so I earned it. So, however, according to a study by the University of Glasgow, which everybody that worked on that should be fired, by the way, it has been discovered that male characters still have twice as much dialogue as their female counterparts. Oh no, I'm gonna undo my socks. I'm gonna take my socks and undo them like this.
Since this is in Glasgow, when we get to the quote over there, I want to read it with Scottish accent.
Okay. Discovered after crying out the largest ever studio video game dialogue,
boy.
researchers have revealed that out of 13,000 video game characters, men speak twice as much as women in over 94% of the titles. So much so that this imbalance still occurs even when the main character is female.
I want to see with what game that research and study with what games was actually conducted. Which are the games?
But I mean, even if that were true, even that's stupid.
Who cares?
Who cares?
Even if that was true,
And
who cares?
that doesn't mean that female characters are behind male characters some kind of way, because this is extremely misleading. We don't know the context of all the stories. What's the context?
What's the context of the stories? Yes, exactly. Also, not to mention that sometimes you do have in main characters that are male that don't speak all that much, actually. You know, they're more like, if we go, for example, to let's go back to Devil May Cry 2 when they changed Dante to be more brooding, and that's why people don't like that game. He doesn't speak all that much. There is a female character that helps him there, Lucia, I think it was her name. She speaks more than him. And you can also play as her.
Well,
So, what if the protagonist is like that? What if it's also a female character that doesn't speak all that much?
what if the protagonist?
Protagonist.
What if the protagonist is Geralt of Rivia and he says,
Mm.
and fuck. Huh?
He
What
doesn't
about
say
that?
in the games, yeah. Yeah. But what about that? Yeah, do we count that too?
I mean, this doesn't mean that he's not a deep character. This doesn't mean that we are discriminatory against him.
Yeah.
It means that
It
this
doesn't
is the
mean exactly that.
character.
That's the
That they
character,
have
yeah.
to serve a purpose. And what about if it's a super wise female character that just says a few words that mean a whole
That
lot?
mean a whole lot.
And that is her whole character point. How about that? I mean, because then we're going to have a very wise, very interesting character concept, especially if it's written well. So all of those fewer lines that she has are actually very impactful. That's a pretty good idea. I mean, could be. So why? I mean, what about this type of a scenario? Nobody thinks of this. I mean, those people don't think. So that's the thing. When they hate science, they say science is not accurate, but then they use science,
But they
pseudoscience
use,
to prove their
science, yeah.
point.
Yeah.
Of course, why not? So the study also acknowledges that although this imbalance is slowly increasing, it would still take over a decade for female dialogue to reach that of men's. Additionally, this discovery did not only pertain to main characters, but also side characters. Oh no! While
Wait.
what?
What?
You wanna read it through? Okay.
Why are we expected to find a larger proportion of male dialogue overall? We're surprised to discover how few games, just 3 or 50, had more than 50% female dialogue. I
Okay.
Miharis also has fewer lines than the female character. I
Poor Haggis.
me
Poor
bagpipes
Haggis.
too. Oh, what is the representation of me bagpipes in Glasgow now? Oh.
No, keep
Yeah.
no. You have to cry about it. You just have to.
No. Yeah.
Why be emotionally
Cry me a river.
emotionally secure and
Right,
emotionally mature?
No,
You can
no.
just be like this
No,
a whiny little bitch
Are
who
we,
wrote
are we
this.
going to start counting how many lines the kids in games have, and then
Oh, yes.
dogs and
Oh, no.
birds
no,
and
no.
everything else? Or are we going
No.
to count all the lines now?
I'm telling you, I have 3 doggies. If doggies have no lines in games, I'm gonna be furious.
Well, in that game with the kitties there, what was it? Stray? Was it Stray?
Yes, Stray.
Yeah, the kitty had no lines. It just
Oh,
said meow meow.
that's the end. I'm boycotting.
So, yeah.
I'm boycotting
Exactly.
everything now. Okay, for absolutely no reason, mind you, but I will find a reason for no reason. I will find it. Okay, so player seems to share our surprise. Yes, players. Here
What
we
players?
are. Those people
Yeah.
that play games since they could walk almost. That's a lot. You want to tell me that I agree with this? And I'm also a girl. No, I totally don't agree with this. Everything that's fun for
What
guys,
players they are
it
still?
is also meant for me, by the way. Everything that's fun for guys, literally, it's also made for me.
Yeah.
Like, what is stopping me to enjoy Assassin's Creed with the male protagonist? That's kind of cool for me. I'm gonna watch a cool looking man on screen. I'm gonna play with that.
Yeah, just
That's great.
Just like nothing stopping us to play Tomb Raider.
Yeah, and when I play Spider-Man, I want to be Spider-Man.
Yeah.
When I play Batman, Arkham games, I want to be Batman. I totally can get myself
Also, speaking
in
about
his shoes.
speaking
Who
about
cares?
Spider-Man, Mary Jane was talking a lot in those games,
Too much.
even too much. Yes,
Way too much.
And in the first one, they had in that character there, Yuri Watanabe, whatever her name was, that was like a police detective or something. She was also speaking a lot. So, which games are that again? I ask.
And she doesn't even look like me.
And who? Yeah.
So it's kind of even
She's,
worse,
Yeah,
I mean, she doesn't even look like Mary Jane.
she doesn't even look like that.
She looks like a potato that's supposed to be a Mary Jane. A Mary Jane. Okay.
Mary Jane.
A potato Mary
One
Jane.
of them. Potato.
One of them.
Potato Jane.
Just a flat of a board.
And also,
board.
she's really not pleasant looking. So
Well, exactly what I said. So a flat board is a new word. A flat board. A
is
two
there
word.
another type of a board except of a flat board?
Maybe it's swallow water.
Okay.
Okay, anyway. So when surveyed, they anticipated the general pattern of more male dialogue, but overestimated the number of games where women spoke the majority of the time.
But again, which are those games? They don't show anything for that.
However, how do we fix this? There's nothing to
There's
fix.
nothing to fix.
The researchers suggest that this imbalance can be resolved by introducing more major and minor female characters in video games. How about no? Especially if they don't serve any purpose. I don't want any male or female characters that are extra for no freaking reason, okay? No matter male or female, I don't want them. They're just useless. And notice how they repeat imbalance several times. However, just because game features multiple female characters does not mean the amount of quality of dialogue will improve. Yes, but that's actually true.
That's actually true.
Oh,
yes.
what a revelation.
So we actually
Oh
need
my
a quality
God.
dialogue, not just a dialogue.
Yes, not just a dialogue. Okay, just let me switch chat to live chat to not miss a message. Overall, it's sad, but unsurprising study, which will hopefully be rectified in the future as more and more complex female characters join the video game sphere. No.
More and more complex female character. What? I mean, who?
Like, no. I mean, just don't do it for the sake of doing it.
Yeah. Just create good characters.
Yeah.
That's what we need. Good characters, male or female. Who cares if they are good characters, and then they will have good lines.
But again, the natural state of a human being usually is not boy. In this game or in this movie, I just miss more female or more male characters or more kids. I just miss them.
Yeah.
How about? I mean, no, that's not what
How
anybody
about just having
thinks.
characters? Yes.
When you're immersed in the story, even if the story is about a sock, a freaking sock that walks around, that's actually a game, I think.
With a sock?
Sock boy.
Well,
Another
sack
game, I
boy.
think. Sack
Okay,
boy.
sack
No,
boy.
that's a sack.
It's
Okay,
a
who
sack.
cares? So when you have a good concept of a game, no matter if it's about a potato or whatever, bananas with pajamas,
Yeah.
you are immersed in the story and you follow along with the story. It doesn't matter if it's like one male pajama, bananas with pajama, but banana with the pajamas walking around. If the story is interesting, you will watch that.
Yeah. You don't
So-
care are the bananas male or female, actually.
Yeah, you're not gonna check in the pajamas.
Oh no.
So,
For sure not.
so
You're not going to check if the bananas have bananas in their pajamas.
yeah. So guys, tell us what you think about this in the comments. Let's check your live comments right now.
Hey, King of
And
Monsters.
continue forward. Hey, King of Monsters! Damn you, YouTube, for not telling me! The MVPs of YouTube went live! Oh my gosh.
Yes, we are live.
I'm
Thank
so
you. Thank you,
honored.
King.
I'm so honored. We are also, of course, streaming on the gaming channel. If anybody wishes to support, we are fighting greatly to monetize Superhero channel, but we still have more than 2,000 and something hours to go.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, but we're doing what we can, of course. So, guys, let's see quickly if you wrote something. Oh, well, Kiri Winter came after the other guys after we said hi. Okay, reading, going through it. Oh, glory to the Majesty and Royal Advisor Lou.
Oh, okay.
He's a Primarch. That's
Yes,
better.
exactly.
If they're going to add more dialogue for female, games are going to suck more then. Well, Valkyrie Winter, like we said, the issue is if it should exist, then it should exist. I mean,
Yeah.
if it's good, it should exist. If it's not good, it shouldn't
It
exist.
shouldn't exist, yeah.
It's always like that, simple as that. But that also means that they're imposing on any artist, author, whoever, to like stop being creative and push certain
And just do
things
this, yeah.
in his creation instead of just having a free will to just put whatever number of characters and interactions between these characters that he imagines in his head. This is extremely restrictive to anyone that creates anything. If you have a quota, fill in these female characters, put them there, make them talk more. Like, about what? More, I said.
Actually, yesterday I saw in a group of Facebook about game books, the game books that we had in Bulgaria, we still have them.
Yeah, game books.
Game books. Choose your own adventure, guys. I don't know if you still have that, but anyway. And they said from that site, that's publishing house, Bulgarian one, they said that according to some study, it turns out that a big percentage of the readers of game books are actually women. And then said, then maybe some of our authors has to write or think about or has to write a game book that is kind of like a romantasy. This is between romance and fantasy. And I say, what the hell? Just because women like game books, they like them because of what they are. Again, the stories and things like that. It doesn't need to be
But they already
a
like
romance book. Yeah, it doesn't need to be a romance book with a combination of fantasy. They already like it. They already like it.
I mean, me too. Me too.
They already like it. Whether it's going to be like a normal fantasy and things like that. And again, most of the protagonists there usually are, men. Nobody cared about that when they were very popular, those books in the 90s when we were kids. Nobody cared about that. Nobody cared. Am I going to is my character? And I think there was one in which actually the character was Japanese or something like that, and never Bulgarian. Even when Bulgarian authors wrote those game books, actually, it was never the Bulgarian character, and that was great. Actually,
it didn't even cross my mind. I read Conan in a game book. I had a pirate book with little things that are It was amazing. So I was one of those girl fans of that.
Here you go. So who said, if women like it, then we should try make romantasy? Why just don't write the freaking books and write the games and, people enjoy them. I also have a new colleague, by the way, now that she also plays games. She asked me about Battlefield and things like that. And so here you go.
Yeah.
Imagine that. Yeah.
Okay, let's say
King of Monsters, yes.
King of Monsters. The buff chick from The Last of Us 2 versus Empress in Thunderdome. 2 enter, 1 leave. Heading back to the Super Channel.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you, King of Monsters, yes.
Thank you.
The Empress will beat her. I remind you, I still remind you that you have to send him his Golden Ranger.
Yes. I will. Yes. Thank you for the reminder. It's a lot of things happening.
Yes.
Thank you so much, King of Monsters. Thank you. Let's read. Let's read. Let's keep reading before we get to the next topic. We don't have a ton of time because it's evening, but I'm gonna try to go back to evening streams in general. Deco says real girl gamers understand and come to terms with the fact that they are into male hobby. I actually didn't need to come to terms with that. Well, my parents kind of had to because they're like, hey, why do you like male stuff? Oh, I'm like, well, because they're cool. But
why do you
how
like
about
male stuff?
Male stuff.
I said, what is male stuff?
Male stuff. Why do you like male stuff? Like, because they're cool, mom and dad. But why do you want me to buy cars and action figures? Because I like them. They're so cool. Are you kidding me? I'm not gonna play with that doll with hair. Yeah. That's gross. Ugh.
You're going to play with an action figure with hair.
It doesn't have a hair. Yeah, it's from plastic.
No, because now Hot Toys and stuff like that make figures with real hair. Not Hot Toys, but some of those companies.
Well, I can't afford them anyway.
Anyway.
Yeah. Okay. And Teco says, I just want to know everything about the study, how it was done, how long it took, what was the methodology. They literally said there with a timer or a chess clock.
They were probably eating haggis while playing bagpipes and we're saying, let us now conduct our study over here.
I read chess cock.
Well, Tsunami ain't here to say it, so.
That
I
sounded
guess
kind of
it's
hot,
okay.
actually.
Yeah.
It says, yeah, I know when you said that, actually, dear roadkill. So I remember when you said that. Real girl gamers understand and come to terms and come to terms with the fact that they yeah, I read that. I'm sure they don't take the ratio into account either when doing this. I mean, if the game has a female protagonist, of course, there's going to be more female lines than vice versa.
Tell you what, I've been playing the new Shinobi Art of Vengeance game, which, you know, it's 2D and hand-drawn art and things like that, but still there is voice acting. The main guy, Joe Musashi, who is, you know, the ninja in all the game, technically nothing, but, you know, says absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
There are 3 female characters there that say more than him, his student, who is a girl, his wife, and some evil lady that is from some evil organization. I still don't know much about the story. They speak more than him. He says nothing. He literally says, and then on the screen there are 3 dots for what he's saying, and that's it. So how about that? He says nothing. He's a silent protagonist. I said,
You
how
should
about
complain.
that? How about
You
that?
should complain.
I also should
You should.
complain because he's Japanese and I'm not, apparently, but I have to play with a Japanese guy, right? Yeah,
You should complain.
Who is called Joe for some reason.
Start now.
Start complaining. I will start writing down all my complaints, you know.
Don't sleep.
So, yeah.
Don't sleep. Start complaining right now.
But
Don't
I
forget.
like sleeping.
Oh, well.
It's important and healthy.
It's more important to be offended.
Okay.
Please. You gotta
While
be.
eating haggis.
Yeah, of course.
Hey,
What
Jeremiah.
Jeremiah. So, also, we're gonna grift off Tifa, and by the way, here's our review of Lesbian Simulator, The Last of Queers 2. Thank you, Tekwa, that's profound,
That's
I
profound
think.
indeed. Yeah.
Thomas says, Jingle bells, Batman smells, Robin laid an egg, the
Thomas is saying that
Batmobile lost the wheel, and the Joker got away.
And the Joker
I totally ruined that, sorry.
got away.
I need to practice that.
Yes.
How do you measure importance of dialogue line? Well, Tekwa, I think that you do that by writing it into the story in the way that makes sense. Make it make sense.
Make it make sense. Yeah.
Okay, dear Clayton, Empress, 1 happy 0 flawless victory. Yes.
Yes. Flawless.
Yeah.
Fatality.
Yes.
Little.
Okay, guys.
Finish him.
And-
I can say all of those.
Teko says, I never hear women actually being interviewed about what they want to see in games. It's just some Glasgow University bint climbing that she knows better. Bint climbing?
Yeah, well.
What's a bint climbing?
I mean, I saw the video with that woman. She didn't look like woman at all to me.
No, she looks like the lunch lady.
Having too many lunch.
Too many lunches, yes. Thank you so much, Rivalkyrie, because she says you guys are awesome.
Oh yes, thank you. You're awesome too. You're here
You
with
also
us.
just cannot wait for Siri yapping to herself like Geralt. Well, we'll see.
We'll see.
Rolke says, I'm currently in the process of creating a complex AI system that will choose your playable character based on your website searches.
Nice. Then I'll be playing with a superhero.
Yeah.
Here we go.
That's
Thank
actually
you.
a pretty cool idea.
Thank you. Make it happen. I don't want to know with what Man of Gunning is going to have to play, but I am playing with a superhero apparently. I'll make it happen. Roadkill.
Make it.
Yeah.
And Teko says, I shall make a study which finds out that females in games don't make nearly enough sandwiches for a male hero. That's extremely sexist, Teko. That's extremely sexist.
I'll make a study about how to cure stupidity and craziness for all those people there.
Yeah, that's sexist. It's gonna take over a decade for female dialogue to reach that on the men's. How the F do you know that?
How indeed?
Yeah.
How indeed?
Okay, we gotta continue to the next topic. A bunt is a girl abroad, chick. Okay.
Okay.
But because of all of these women that resemble women and they look like the lunch lady, actual men that are base start to hate women, so they don't really do anything for women.
For women, yes.
It's the opposite, because Tekla,
exactly the opposite.
You just said the sandwiches thing, which is very sexist. Because it really is. It really is a sexist, like true sexist thing to say that women should make sandwiches for men and all of that. A woman should be a maid or whatever. That's nonsense,
But
of course.
I don't want women to make sandwiches for me. I
Yeah,
can
you
do it
can-
myself.
Well, because you're not a cripple.
Ah,
You can make your own sandwiches
I
because
mean,
you're
yeah.
not a baby.
I've been teaching my son how to make sandwiches all by himself, so that
So he
he's
can be independent.
self-sufficient and
Yes,
independent,
and
yes.
self-sufficient, of course.
Exactly.
Everybody can learn how to make their own
Otherwise,
food.
it will be like that guy from the 90 Day Fiancé, Gino. Remember when
Yeah, he couldn't make any food for himself.
He said, now that I'm divorced, I'm not eating very good. And I say, so you
Learn.
don't know how to cook or learn?
I mean, if a human being doesn't know how to prep their food by themselves, you're kind of doomed.
Yeah.
You gotta learn how to do that because health is your best. I mean, your first priority should
Also,
be.
if you're going to be with someone, that's gotta be again like a teamwork. I mean, my father, for example, was a great cook, and when my mom couldn't because she had to do something else or things that she always knew he can do it, and he really did it.
Yeah, my dad also is a very good cook.
Yeah, so here we go.
Yeah.
And then actually, that's kind of sexist now what I'm going to say, but most chefs, famous chefs, are actually men.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Yeah,
which is weird, by the way.
Yeah,
Why is
men
that
like
like
to
that?
cook. So
Men like to cook, yeah.
these assigned roles that we have of men and women sometimes are retarded, and they shouldn't be the case. Just if you want to cook, cook. If you're a man and you want to cook, cook. If you want to cook and you're a woman, you cook. End of story. Just do whatever you want, as long as both people are sufficient all by themselves and are individuals that are intelligent all by themselves and can do their own thing as well and be together very well and compatible as a couple.
Exactly.
This is a mess.
Tekko says, I just meant that I should get paid to make a study like that. Why not? If that is it bind or bind has to be? Okay, got funding for her things, I shall get to.
Got it. Well, Roadkill likes to cook, which is amazing.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. Yes,
Okay, guys, we
exactly.
really should move on to the next topic.
For the imperium must not fail. Imperium we prevail. The warriors march with sacred might. Their purpose burning crystal bright. To lift the throne world from its plight and guard humanity's light.